Hi Aslam class, welcome to your history lesson today on the 25th of February 2021. So yesterday you should have completed a cold task and well done for posting your work up onto Tapestry. Some of you already know a great deal about the ancient Egyptians, which is really good to see. And some of your questions were really insightful as well. So well done for completing your hot task yesterday. Today we're going to be looking at the key vocabulary that we're going to be coming across in our lessons. So first thing I'm going to do is share the screen with you so you can see what I see. Okay, so lesson 2 today is, can I understand the new key vocabulary for this topic? So here are the key words that we have. So I'm going to say them, you're going to repeat. So Egypt, Egyptian, ancient, Pharaoh, Nile, pyramid, valley, Tutankhamun, tomb, hieroglyphics, weighing, tributaries, or tributaries, mouth, basin, scarab, and mummification. So they're the key words that are going to be coming up. So we're going to start off with a task today. So this is really good for you as well. So you can then understand which of the key words you do know and which ones you don't know. So what you need to do is use these keywords to try and write your own definition or write down what you think each of these words mean before I explain it to you. So we're going to go back to this slide. What you need to do is pause the video here and spend maybe 10-15 minutes just going through and writing down what you think each of these words mean. There are quite a lot of words there. Some of them you may not know. If you don't know the word, maybe write down what you think it may be, or just leave it blank. So pause the video now and complete that task. Okay, welcome back. Hopefully you've done a really good job on that and got as many as you can down. We're going to go through to see what each of these keywords mean. So here's the first one, Egypt. Egypt is a country in northeastern Africa. Egyptian. Egyptian is relating to Egypt and its people. Okay, so if you went to Egypt and you bought I don't know, a rug, and then you brought it home, you would say to people, this is an Egyptian rug. It was a rug that you got from Egypt. So there we are. Ancient, something that belongs to the distant past, something that happened many, many years ago. Pharaoh is a ruler of ancient Egypt, and or it can be like a ruler or equivalent to a king or a queen. The Nile. The Nile is the longest flowing river in the whole wide world, and it flows right through Egypt from top to bottom. Some people call it as the spine of Egypt. Here we've got pyramids, and you find pyramids in ancient Egypt. You do find other pyramids around the world, but they're not Egyptian. You may see Mayan pyramids as well. And they look slightly different to the pyramids found in Egypt. Most of the pyramids in Egypt, you will see as a pointy top, and some of them are massive. Here we've got the valley. Now in Egypt, there is a valley in Egypt on the west bank of the Nile known for the tombs constructed there for the pharaohs, and it's called the Valley of the Kings. And in this valley, you have different temples, different areas where the tombs of kings would have rested. Tutankhamun, he was a pharaoh or the king of Egypt at one time. He became pharaoh at the very young age of 9 years old. Obviously, in English lessons, the story of Tutankhamun is part of the story. So this is a tomb, and this is a large underground vault for burying the dead. And within the tombs, they would have also maybe had gifts, lots of gold for the journey into the afterlife. And this would also, you would have hieroglyphics. They would be plastered all the way around the tombs, and the writing system was used in Egypt. So instead of using letters like we use, they use pictures to write. And you can see here that it wasn't used really using a pencil or a pen. They would have to scribe or inscribe it into tablets or into like, when I mean tablets, I mean stone tablets with a hammer and a chisel. Weighing. Now, a religious motif in which a person's life was assessed by weighing of their soul. And so they would have weighing scales, and if it was heavy, then maybe their soul was heavy, and if it was light, then they maybe had led a good life. Now, tributaries are a stream that flows into a larger lake, stream, main river, or a lake. So they're sort of little rivers that then join into a bigger river, and they have lots of them in the Nile going off, which is why, especially near the northern part of the Nile, you see lots of these tributaries, and you can see that you get lots of vegetation. Now, the river mouth, this is where a river flows into the ocean. And you can see here the River Nile, it goes off into all these little tributaries here and then into the sea, okay? And this is called the Nile Delta. This is, at the top of the River Nile, you get all this vegetation, okay? Because the River Nile is spreading out so that more of the land can be used to grow crops. The next one is a river basin, and this is the area of land drained by a river and its branches. A scarab. A scarab was a large beetle regarded as sacred in ancient Egypt. Yeah, and they were quite big, the scarabs, maybe about that big. And if you've ever seen the film The Mummy before, they show you scarab beetles in that movie. And mummification. This is the process in which the skin and the flesh of a corpse can be preserved. And in ancient Egypt times, people were mummified, and it took a process. It took about 70 days to fully go through the whole process of mummification. And it was, it's a process where they embalm the skin and they preserve it, and then they wrap the body up in bandages. And some mummies have been so well preserved that even today you can still, and if you go to the British Museum when you're allowed to go, you can see mummies there, and they're very well preserved. And in some cases they still have their own hair and even their own teeth. Okay, so well done if you completed task 1, and well done for getting all them words. If you didn't get any of them definitions, you can go back to the videos and you can go backwards and you can write them definitions down for the ones that you missed. Now, I know that may have taken a while for you to get that done. So if you've got time, you can now go on to either task 2 or to task 3. And for task 2, you can add definitions to the keywords and a symbol to help you remember the meaning of each word. Okay, so if you've got time, you can do that one. Okay, and if you want to go on to task 3, it has not up here on the slides, but if you want to, you can do this one, or if you want to, you can write your own sentences with the keywords within them. But of course, you only get an hour for this lesson plus the video. Task 1 may have taken you a while to do because I wanted everyone to do that task. So if you've got time, push yourself and do either task 2, which is add a symbol to your keywords, or do task 3 and write a sentence with that keyword in. Okay then guys, I'm going to stop the video there. I hope you have a good afternoon and enjoy the lesson. And remember, I am on Teams. Any questions, please don't hesitate to ask. All right, see you in the next video, guys. Bye.